All right, let's get busy talking about a fixed supply currency. Now, this is a big revolution in time, right? Because none of us who are alive today have seen this idea. Even gold and silver itself are not truly fixed supplies. And throughout history, we've been lied to about how much gold there really is and where it is and who has it and how much possession they have and fractional reserve banking and how much of the currency is actually tied to gold. We haven't lived through that. So most people think, well, what backs Bitcoin? You know, we've all heard that before, right? And it's a legitimate question for those who've not researched it. But this is, what backs Bitcoin? Why is it so valuable? Why is it so great? One is that it's not issued by a central bank. We don't have to trust a third party. It is decentralized. It's not a bunch of criminals, banking families, or criminal politicians that get to control that. There is no owner of Bitcoin. So that's the first major thing. We call that decentralized. It is a decentralized entity. Secondly, we only need to trust the code. We don't need to trust people. Third, Bitcoin is widely distributed around the world on millions and millions and millions of devices, meaning there is no central place that they can send the tanks and guns to shut it down. But one of the things that makes it most valuable is, well, it's borderless as well. But another major thing that's important about Bitcoin, the thing we want to focus on today, is that it has a fixed supply of currency. It has a scheduled release. There will only ever be 21 million Bitcoin, period. Right? So none of this run the printing press and devalue every dollar in your pocket. Every coin of Bitcoin that you hold will basically only ever go up in value unless some major unforeseen event happens, because there is a fixed supply and a growing demand for that supply simultaneously. There is also a scheduled release of Bitcoin, right? So it doesn't all flood the market on day one. It is released over time. And so now there is a monstrous demand, over $1 trillion worth of demand. Bitcoin has now become bigger than Walmart, McDonald's, and Disney all combined. There is a huge demand and then a limited supply of the currency. And in fact, the currency really is always shrinking in supply because most people were not good custodians of their cryptocurrencies, and especially in the early days. And they did not store their seed phrases properly, which we definitely don't recommend you screw that up. And what happened now is there is probably 5 to 7 million Bitcoin that are locked away in wallets that will never be recovered again. That will never enter the marketplace and never be sold. So you have basically the whole planet on some degree or level now or in the near future having a demand for a fixed supply currency where there's only roughly 15 million of them in existence that will ever exist. So as demand grows and supply stays fixed or shrinks all the time, you now have something that is highly, highly valuable. And that's why Bitcoin is the best performing asset in all of history. It is basically the best performing asset every single year that has ever existed. And the trend is showing no slow signs of stopping. 2023 wasn't a great year for Bitcoin, and it still went up by 160%, right? In fiat terms, that garbage, dirty fiat that always goes down in value. So where were you better off having stored that money in a bank doing nothing, savings in your account, in your safe, under your mattress, wherever you have it, or having placed that money in Bitcoin? Now, we all saw that the price of everything has gone up dramatically again in 2023, but did your asset value, did your purchasing power value in real terms, your ability to buy more goods and services go up for those who only sat on dollars? And the answer was absolutely no. But the people who sat on Bitcoin had a pretty dramatic increase in purchasing power, one that did exceed inflation. So, conclusion, as we get on to the next section, fixed supply currencies, decentralized currencies are much better than inflationary currencies by decree. So next, we're going to talk about deflationary currencies and why they're even superior yet.